Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be giving you a brief overview and our review and thoughts on La Familia Hort. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but basically this is a game where you're playing one of the 4 grandchildren who are farmers. Their grandma has passed away. She comes back to haunt them 3 times. And once that 3rd time has happened, the game is over, and the person with the most points or the furthest on their victory points track wins. So you start out with a player board. They're 2-sided. There's a basic side where, here's basic side, that does not have a variable player ability. And then there's this side, the more advanced side, which does have a player ability based on which character.
And they will be located at different locations depending on what character you pick.
Oh, yeah. Like his is more oblong, so it's long ways, and these 2 are horizontal. So basically you start out with your tracker, which has a picture of your grandchild on one side and 10 on the other side, which represents once you've went around. Once you've got 10 plus whatever points you've got on there. You will be collecting coins throughout the game and purchasing tiles to go in your garden. You have a limit of 6 tiles in your garden. Some will stay permanently, like the scarecrow, the bee, the chicken, and the goat, things like that. They don't go away. But the flowers, the vegetables, things like that, as you harvest them, they go into the discard pile. So there's several ways to get coins. The easiest way at the beginning of the game is to put one of your water cubes you collect on the water on your apple tree, and you automatically collect 1 coin. It's an easy way at the beginning of the game to kind of gain more coins. You might not do it every time throughout the game based on how many coins you have and what else you're trying to accomplish. So when you're buying these tiles, there's going to be 6 of them. Depending on which tile comes out, which I'll go over that in a second, you'll be either doing it from, I think, the Red Moon deck or the standard deck. The Red Moon deck have these brown borders. They come out when Grandma comes out. And you'll be pulling those out. It's 5 per player, so you'll have a total of 10 out here if you're a 2-player game. So they are a little bit more powerful and more expensive. However, you'll find the ones in the standard deck with the lighter brown are more of the plants and flowers. They're easy to rotate throughout your garden and collect coins or points. You either collect whatever is shown on the bottom right. So the cost of the tile is the upper left, how many coins. These water droplets are how many drops of these cubes it takes for it to be completely watered. As soon as a plant or flower is fully watered, you must sell it during the sale phase. You either get points. In this case, you would get 2 points if it's not fertilized. If there's a fertilizer cube on it, you would get 3 points. So flowers give you points. Vegetables give you coins. This would be 1 coin if it wasn't fertilized, so you would basically pay 1, get 1. If it's fertilized, you get 2 coins, so you kind of double your money. However, these work with the chickens and the goats. The chickens, if you have your chicken watered and your plant watered, and it doesn't matter if the plants are fertilized or not, you probably wouldn't want to use your fertilizer on them, you would get 1 point, and this would be discarded and harvested. However, you don't get the coins, you just get the point to move up on your tracker. So it depends on, and you have to have both of those watered to do that. And then your water would go away on both, and then your tile that you harvested, because you fed it to the chicken, basically, goes away. The goat works the same as the chicken. However, you get 2 points instead of 1. So that one's more powerful, but it didn't come out till later in the game for us, because the way our game worked out, because these are randomly shuffled, the round tiles depict which tiles you'll be pulling out. So when it's not grandma, you're just pulling the standard. So all of our grandmas come out the last 3 rounds. Like, this game could end in 3 rounds, or it could end in 6 rounds. It depends on how those come out. Or 4 rounds. 4 rounds, actually. Because you start with the starting tile, and then it's random from there. So technically, it could end in 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So this depicts the round. You've got these little icons on the bottom. They're pretty much the same on every one except for the grandma one. Well, you get different amounts of water droplets or water cubes, and it also varies on whether you're choosing where to put your fertilizer or putting the fertilizer on your opponents when you get it. But this one and the starting one, first you're going to pull, it tells you how many cards to pull out in the market per player. So it's 5 per player in a 2-player game. First is you take turns purchasing. The first player is the one that has the tile in front of them. So you take your coins you have and decide what you want to purchase. You take turns 1 tile at a time. Then your next phase here is the fertilizer, and this one, particular one, you choose which fertilizer, that cube, where you want to put it on theirs. So you're going to want to kind of not put it on one they need. We would get 4 water cubes. Those go in this little well here until you want to put them on something. You could just keep accumulating your water cubes if you want and save them for the next round. You can put them on wherever you want at that moment, though, but you can save them. Because remember, once you've watered something fully, the plants and the flowers, you have to sell them during the sale round. Then you get to sell everything you could sell, collect your coins for your apple tree, your water cube would go away. And then the next round starts. You'll pull the next tile. It'd be it switches to the next player's first player. As you can see, this is the grandma, so the red moon tiles are pulled. So you pull them out to fill any gaps that are left till you have 5 and 5. You do your purchase round. The fertilizer, you get to choose on these where it goes on your garden. We would get 5 water cubes for this one, and then of course you have the sell phase. So that's how every round goes until these 3 of these grandma tiles have came out, and whoever has the highest score wins the game. You get points for this, and for every 5 coins that you have, you get to add 1 more point that aren't recorded on the board already. So there is a small advantage to keeping coins, but it's a very low scoring game. I won with 17 points to 15 or 14 points. So very low scoring game. But you can see these are only worth like 1, 4. I was mostly scoring a lot of points with my chicken. I got that, I think, first round.
Yeah, you did.
And I would just kept sacrificing my low-cost corn. I would get the very low-cost things, so I was just sacrificing 1 coin for 1 point, basically. So that worked out really well. Did I miss anything? I think that's about it. Yeah. So what did you think of it?
I really like the design. It's really cool because this is a kids game. It's A+, so really cool design, especially for that age range. Components are nice. The cubes, everything. So pretty standard for as far as components. The cardboard's actually pretty good. So replayability has high replayability, especially for the age range. I could see if we got this when Quinn was younger, he would have loved it because there is a lot. It's kind of a point style game, so it introduces that aspect of mechanics. Also, how you combo off different things. So it does introduce quite a bit of mechanics that you would pretty much use in more advanced games. So really cool in that aspect. So mechanics, I really like the mechanics, like I said, and it's very easy game to learn. So it probably takes 5-10 minutes max if you teach it. Setup takes less than 5 minutes. So really cool mechanics. For me, overall total, I'm giving this a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's one of the better kids games that we played, and it does introduce different mechanics that you will be using in other games. So that's really beneficial if you like board games, to introduce this to your kids, to pretty much so they know when they get into the more advanced games, they already know some of the aspects of those type of mechanics. So 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, this is a more targeted to younger children. So based on that, I would also give this a 7. It wouldn't be a game we personally would play a lot because we would like more complex games, but this would be a great game that would be fun for both the parents and the kids to play, and they have both sides on the player board, so you could start them out on the basics, and then once they get the mechanics down, maybe totally get it down, then you could add maybe the more advanced version with the different player abilities. And like you said, it is a good way to introduce younger kids to these type mechanics that kind of carry over into all the games. So yeah, I think it's a great game. It's a light game. If you're looking for a lighter game or a game, like I said, to play with your family. So definitely a strong 7. So we will put the link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself.
I think it's Grand Gamer Skills is bringing this to the U.S. Originally, this is from Spain. I'm originally from Spain, so this I was happy to introduce this. It took a while because we didn't know that. They told us that all the rules were in Spanish, but then come to find out there was an English rule book in this one. And we found out later when Grand Gamer Skill was about to, they're going to be releasing it. So then I second guessed it and looked at it and realized there was a rule book. So now that's why we're covering it.
Yeah, so it's that is cool that they're bringing this to the U.S. So definitely check this out if this is something that looks like you might enjoy playing with your family or just with your gaming group. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll give this video a like. Feel free to leave a comment or question. If you're already subscribed, thank you for being a fan. If not, we hope you will consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you can see all of our content. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you next time.